Kristy's last book was book 62, 12 books ago. That's a full year of no Kristy! I wonder if she was dropped from the narrator rotation by accident, because Dawn got 3 books in the no Kristy gap, and Kristy will forever be 1 book behind the rest of the original 4 club members. That is my unofficial narrator rotation. I wish the series had gone through all the girls in order and just repeated that over and over again, rather than giving us narrators at random.
Argofont Book Review, Argofont Book Review.
This book was written by Nola Thacker. Kristy has been bored with her baseball team recently. She realizes she's tired of coaching. She wants to play softball herself. There are 2 problems with this idea. Number 1, the cover clearly indicates she's supposed to coach in this book. Number 2, she's too busy. Stacey and Claudia volunteer the coach. Kristy is a little hesitant to put them in charge because they probably can't even tell the difference between a baseball and a softball. Stacey and Claudia assure her that they know what they're doing. And by that, I mean they've got the perfect outfits to wear while coaching! This plan is going to backfire horribly. Good thing it doesn't matter too much, because most of the kids on the team are under 6. Kristy's older brothers warn her about initiation, also known as hazing. The softball players force all new team members to perform a dare before they get accepted on the team. The coach doesn't know about this. Kristy's the narrator, so of course she does well in tryouts and makes the softball team. Friendly girl Dillis also makes the team. The other 2 rookies are Tanya and Bay. They get told their dare is to spray paint the old equipment shed. At first, Kristy and Dillis refuse. The team members pressure them over and over again, and they ensure every practice is brutal until they finally break the girls, they finally give in and agree to do the dare. Today's plot kid is Karen Brewer. She thinks Marianne is cool because she's 13 and has a boyfriend. She imitates Marianne and tries to act as mature as possible. The babysitters all agree Karen is annoying. Yes, Karen is annoying. How did they not realize this sooner? On Friday night, Kristy and the girls sneak into school and spray paint the shed. Tanya and Bay have fun doing this, and they celebrate by smoking cigarettes. Kristy says no.
Athletes don't smoke, I said. In fact, people with any intelligence don't. I'm leaving, now.
Don't smoke, kids. Be like Kristy. Yes, she gives in to peer pressure and commits vandalism, but at least she doesn't smoke. The strange part is that Tanya and Bay have never smoked before, ever. They don't even know how to light matches. Why are non-smokers celebrating with cigarettes? The next day, Kristy hears a news report. The shed burned down that night, and a man who tried to stop the fire was hospitalized. Kristy panics over what to do. The softball team members say if she tells anyone, they're going to throw her under the bus and accuse her of lying about everything. Wow, they are so awful. I'm surprised Kristy doesn't confess immediately just to get them in trouble. At a BSC meeting, Kristy explains how baseball practice works. All the girls stare at her confused. Except for Mallory. Mallory knows about baseball. But obviously, she can't be Kristy's replacement coach. Mallory hates boys in gym. Claudia takes notes of what Kristy says. And by that, I mean she gets distracted drawing cute pictures. Practice ends up being a disaster. Because Claudia doesn't know anything. Not even basic stuff like what is a strike. She also fails to understand simple concepts that are in the name, like batting order. That's the order you bat in. You can tell from the name. And also calling a ball. That involves calling out loud. Claudia, how do you not know that? Claudia's an idiot. Kristy is nervous at home and at school, especially when the principal holds a special assembly to talk about the fire. The other girls insist on saying nothing. But then, Kristy gets a threatening blackmail note ordering her to pay $50. Oh no! The school accuses the boys' baseball team of burning the shed down. Everybody is suspended from the team, including Logan. Logan plays baseball now? He's already on the football, volleyball, and track teams. Is he on every sports team in this school or what? Karen annoys Kristy until Kristy snaps at her. Kristy tells Karen, you shouldn't copy what other people are doing. You should be yourself. Kristy realizes this is a mirrored storyline. She decides, I need to stop going along with the softball girls. I should be myself. She decides to tell the principal the truth right away, and by that, I mean she tells the Babysitters Club members first. The BSC is obviously more important than the principal. Kristy's plan to tell the principal is derailed by a news report. Guess what? The shed was burned down by a group of high schoolers. We never find out who the culprits are or why they broke into middle school at night to burn down the building. I guess that's not important information. The important thing is that Kristy and the softball girls are innocent. Kristy decides not to tell the principal after all. So she and the girls get away with spray painting and smoking. Is it just me, or does this ending feel like a cop-out to avoid getting Kristy in trouble? I would have liked it better if Kristy confessed. The principal probably would have gone easy on her because she decided to tell the truth, and because she has nothing to do with the fire. She refused to smoke, remember? As for the blackmailer, that was Dilys. She was hoping to guilt somebody else into confessing because she wasn't brave enough to confess herself. They decide they'll try to stop any hazing on the softball team next year, even though half of them will have graduated by then and they won't be able to do a single thing. The end. Post-book follow-up. There are 5 different softball girls. I had a hard time telling them apart. I think this problem could have been alleviated if Dilys was the girl who was introduced in the tryouts chapter. After all, Dilys is the one who's most important. Bae and Tanya are interchangeable, as are the 2 mean girls on the team. I didn't much care for this book. I think the problem is that it has the wrong narrator. The storyline demands that the narrator has to be submissive, follow other people's orders, and be too scared to tell the truth. That's not Kristy. Kristy is a leader, not a follower, and she wouldn't stay silent about something important. Just the opposite. People often criticize Kristy for having a big mouth. This story would have been a much better fit for Mary Ann's personality, although she'd probably never join a group that does hazing. Not unless the Stony Brook Sewing Club has some intense competition. I thought the blackmail subplot was the most interesting part. The subplot of Claudia and Stacey being bad at baseball was funny, although it mostly focused on Claudia, not Stacey. The story about Karen was the shortest and least interesting of the 3. I don't know why the book is named after it. Kristy and the Softball Dare would have been a more accurate title. I give Babysitters Club number 74, Kristy and the Copycat, a 4 out of 10. I had no idea what score to give it. I liked it a little less than the previous book, and that got a 5 out of 10, so I decided, I'll give this one a 4 out of 10. That was my thought process there. It wasn't anything too complicated.